construction supervisor for the Exis Labs facility. We recently reached substantial completion on the facility's engineering sector and began work on the environmental systems sector early. At this rate, we should be able to press the big boys up in Central Authority and score high completion bonuses. Last week I reviewed the construction documents and found another item to cut costs. My glass subcontractor mentioned the Moxum pressure seals for the exterior windows can be replaced with much cheaper mix-on seals. I submitted the alternative material selections to the base architect for review. On our Tuesday progress meeting, he argued the mix-on seals aren't up to spec. He complained that those seals are exterior. Glass blowout. What the hell's Hey, guess what? I was building shit before he was born. Anyway, I managed to get the mix-on seals ordered, bypass the architect, and hook directly to corporate. We'll be installing the exterior windows and environmental in a weekend. I'm so convinced the glass and seal will hold up. Test it. Pulse him out.
This is Bernice Tooley, Operations Coordinator stationed in Exis Labs. I would like to file my third formal complaint to Central Authority about the problems with the work environment here in Exis. It has become increasingly difficult to be productive while construction is going on throughout the facility. The construction workers lack common courtesies and are overtly sexist. They use our office space as an unauthorized shortcut and track dirt and debris as a result. In addition to their mess, they insist on drilling and hammering during our core staff hours. Some of them have repeatedly made inappropriate comments that clearly fall under sexual harassment. When I approached the construction supervisor to remedy the situation, he told me in no uncertain terms to mind my own business. Actually, his exact words were, "Don't worry your pretty little head about it." We are already on edge with the unexplained events occurring around the facility, and to add this insult to our tight schedule is too much to bear. If I cannot persuade Central Authority to take this complaint seriously, I'd like to remind them of Section 20, Paragraph 9 of UAC's Facility Regulations Code. It clearly states our employee rights, and we do not need this nonsense. I suggest you reprimand the individuals responsible and take adequate measures to ensure it doesn't happen again. Do not make me log additional complaints. Bernice Tooley, signing off. I hope this thing's working. Something is happening here, and no one knows what's going on. The power is going crazy. We can't communicate with Central Administration, and I've heard something like screams. I don't know. It was so disturbing. Okay, my assistant left me, and I'm all alone here. Okay, I'm gonna try to get the network working, but the systems are acting just crazy. I don't know what to do. I think what was that? Oh. Oh, God. No!
Excellent. You're back. The inducer is working perfectly, and the teleporter is ready for transport. Here's the situation. There's a teleporter outpost in the other dimension, and it's still operational. It's very powerful, and it has a range that could lead those demons all the way to Earth. I would disable it myself, but it requires 2 people to do it. One person at the outpost to initiate the teleporter, and another person here to transmit a power surge to destroy it. I know it's a lot to ask, but you'll need to go to the other dimension, find the remote outpost, and initiate the startup sequence. You're our only hope of defeating this evil. I've got the teleporter ready to go. All you need to do is go into the chamber and initiate the sequence. I'll handle the rest from here. But before you go, I want to give you my personal account of what happened here. It explains everything. The advanced teleporter, how the madness started, everything. It's over there on the console. Please take it. The world needs to know the truth. And good luck.
Decontamination process started. Decontamination complete.
My name is Dr. Richard Myers. I'm a research specialist, stationed in Exis Labs.
I have the teleporter
I don't know
sequence
who will be
already
hearing this, but
configured.
I wanted to
Just
alert
activate the main
someone
console.
the disaster
When you
of
reach
Mars
the
City.
outpost, I'll
What
be
has
able
been
to communicate
unleashed
with you.
across this base
Good luck.
is an unimaginable evil, and we only have a slight chance of stopping it. The research I participated in was the next step in teleportation. To give context to my research, back in 2115, UAC researchers discovered an ancient Martian civilization. At the Urbis dig site, they found a Martian teleportation device. It was non-functional, and all attempts to start it proved fruitless. It took many years, but the researchers managed to learn enough from the device and other wall carvings to reverse engineer it. The first prototype teleporter, codenamed Project Mercury, was built in Delta Labs and became operational in 2139. This teleporter was only capable of short-distance travel and limited quantities of matter transference. It could only teleport a single test subject, small animals and chimps usually, across a room. Once testing intensified and technical data increased, we were able to fabricate more powerful teleporters. In Delta Labs Sector 3, Project Gemini managed to increase teleportation across greater distances. In addition to the increased range, we found we could begin transporting human-sized subjects. It was during this stage we began to see the effects of opening up these portals to that strange dimension. Our scientific curiosity overruled the obvious warnings, and under Dr. Malcolm Betruger's direction, we continued experimenting. On Project Apollo, the engineers developed a room-sized teleporter in Delta Lab Sector.